I'm doing okay. Thanks for getting me in for an appointment today.
Yeah, of course. So I just wanted to start today by talking a little bit about what brings you in today.
I just recently split with my child's father. I've been really down about it. I've experienced a little bit of anxiety regarding the whole situation, but overall, I just feel not great. I thought therapy would be a good tool to kind of help me through this. It's been a little hard.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're having some relationship issues and you just need a safe space to talk about what you've been going through.
Yeah, it's been rough, and I've just felt kind of alone. He is in the military, so I moved away from my home, so I don't have a support system. Like my family's not here, but I have a few friends that I'm close with, but being military, it's been a little rough.
Yeah, it sounds like you're feeling very isolated right now.
hmm
Yeah. What are some of the symptoms that you're dealing with?
I just feel very unmotivated. I'm feeling pretty down. I don't really want to do anything, but I have to, because I have a 1 year old daughter, and she goes to daycare and stuff, but I don't really ever have time for myself anymore because I'm doing everything on my own now, and I never used to be in the past.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't have a lot of a work-life balance.
Not at all.
Yeah. Can I ask how long you've been feeling these symptoms for? Like, did they start when the relationship issues started?
Yeah, things have been kind of rocky for about 6 months now until we decided that enough was enough. I don't know if it was after I had my daughter or what the situation there is, but it's been really difficult.
Yeah. Were these symptoms that you were experiencing before having your daughter, or do you think it got worse after giving birth?
It definitely got worse after. In the beginning, like him and I were fine. I don't feel that I struggled too much with postpartum that everybody talks about. I wasn't getting the baby blues or anything like that. Him and I don't know if it's because we had the baby and I'm not really sure, but I just don't feel like myself anymore. I'd rather stay in bed all day.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're experiencing a lot of just like very negative mood, um, low energy, lack of motivation, sadness, and self-isolation. How is
Yeah.
your sleeping? Like, are you sleeping okay?
So no, one thing that I do want you to know, the reason why we officially split was due to a domestic incident. I don't have contact with him right now, but as for sleeping, like I definitely am experiencing like just lack of sleep. The situation, it really affected me.
Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of like relationship stuff that you need to unpack in order to feel a little bit more like to have clarity of the situation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. What about your eating habits? Like, do you think this has impacted your appetite at all?
I definitely think it has. For a little bit after everything happened, I wasn't eating at all. Just not because it's not like I didn't want to. I just felt so sick to my stomach over everything, so I just wasn't able to eat. I think it's improving definitely, but it's not great.
Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like you're definitely experiencing a lot of depression symptoms. And it sounds like it's definitely gotten worse once the relationship issues started. And I'm sure the stress of having a very young daughter is also contributing a lot to your symptoms. You said you have a very good support system there, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Like I have a few close friends, but that's obviously we haven't figured out the custody situation. I would like to move back home to my family. But I just don't have the finances right now. I work at a local Starbucks on the military base, and so it's a little tough, like financially.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand that. That again, that adds to, that pot of stressors that is just kind of making all these symptoms really just a lot for you.
Yeah,
Um, what are you doing right now to cope with all of these symptoms?
that's the thing. This is my first time ever come to therapy. I'm not too familiar with it. I've never really learned about, I know what coping skills are, but I've never really been taught any. I mean, I try to stay as busy as possible, but that's causing me to experience burnout. When I'm go, 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 and I'm the sole caretaker for the baby, it's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have a lot on your plate right now. And, I think some of that is just stuff that you're going to have to like process through and find out how can we balance that better. And I think coping skills are definitely going to be something that we could add to your toolbox, so to speak, to help you deal with these symptoms.
Right.
Do you have any supports? Like I know you said you potentially were thinking about moving in with the family. Is there any supports that you have that you can rely on right now?
Not really. It's hard because I do have a few close friends that I've met on base, but it's it's definitely few and far between because this isn't home for me. I'm originally from, it's about 16 hours away. It's in the Carolinas, so this is, a little
Yeah.
tough. My family's not here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so that definitely makes the isolating a little bit worse just because you don't really have the immediate support. Um, would you say that your depression symptoms are impacting your ability to like make friendships or like find a better support system where you are?
I think so. I mean, I don't really go anywhere other than work and drop my daughter off at daycare and then back home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely impacting your ability to have those supports and even make new supports. Um, I know you said that you work at a Starbucks on base. How
Mhm.
is that going for you?
It's okay. This is the first job I've had since I left. We had never experienced a domestic incident prior to. Things have been rocky, but one time was enough for me to put my foot down and get out of the situation because it's best for me and my child. So I
Yeah.
figured it would just be the best case scenario. So this is the first job I've really had for quite some time, and it's going okay. I don't love being a barista, but you know,
Yeah.
it's it is what it is. It makes me have some sort of income to bring home.
Yeah, and that's a really great thing right now to have, just to kind of have that independence. And I think it's also important to note that it's temporary. You don't have to be a barista forever. It could always change in the future.
Mhm.
Um, what are some goals that you want to achieve in therapy?
Definitely learn how to cope with my situation more, become a little bit more motivated because I have just been feeling so down about everything. I'd like to try to learn skills just to help me live better overall. Because I feel like I'm not living, I'm just surviving, like I don't have any suicidal thoughts or anything like that. Like I just don't feel great. And I hate that because I've never used to be like this.
Okay. Yeah. I know you said you're not having any suicidal thoughts. There's no self-harming or anything of that sort.
Nope,
Okay. What about like substance use issues that you think might be contributing to your symptoms?
no substance use. I've never done any drugs. Never even smoked marijuana. I don't smoke. I don't vape. I have a glass of wine maybe once a month, if that. Like, I don't drink. If you count wine, I guess. I mean, definitely wine is alcohol, but it's very few and far between. It's not like I sit there and, chug a whole bottle.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I have a pretty good idea of what you've been experiencing, and I think I have enough now to kind of make some goals for us to work on. Do you have any questions or anything for me?
Not at this time. I feel pretty comfortable. I know that this is our initial meeting, but I appreciate you, being patient and understanding. Like I said, this is my first time, so I'm not too familiar with therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll get through this together.
Okay.
All right. It was nice meeting you, and I will see you next
Nice
week.
meeting you too. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day and um, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye.